Spiritual Outdoor Adventures with Jimmy Sites is brought to you by Matthews, catch us if you can. Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Come Here Deer, the revolutionary deer attractant. Morel, the #1 eternity target. Cargo Buckle Up, don't go hunting without it. Tomberlin, believe it. Trijicon, brilliant aiming solutions. Center Shot, making Christ the target of our lives. And these fine sponsors.
Hello and welcome to Spiritual Outdoor Adventures. My name is Jimmy Sites, and this week we're going back to one of my favorite places on earth, the Brady Ranch, with my buddy Danny San Angelo of Okeechobee Outfitters. Danny and Carla have been running a phenomenal outfitting service for a number of years. Lots of television producers have gone through and done outdoor shows there. A lot of folks have gone through hunting and doing photographic safaris. And I'm taking my family, my wife Amanda, my daughter Kristen, and my son Jonathan, as well as some dear friends, the Pena family, and we're also taking a military hero, Greg Stubbe. This is going to be a great episode. I hope you enjoy the action. The Sites family has made a lot of great memories hunting with Okeechobee Outfitters. Jonathan, my son, was 12 years old when he harvested his first axis deer, and he got a buck with a bow. That was really a special moment. I've taken a couple of bucks off the Brady Ranch in the past. My wife Amanda shot a beautiful buck with her muzzleloader. We also did a hog hunt where Jonathan showed his athletic ability. Now I know why he's playing college football. Last year, I took Jonathan and he harvested an alligator and a big black wild boar with his bow and arrow. What great memories we've had at the Brady Ranch, and we anticipate making some more great ones this week. The Brady Ranch reminds me of Africa, the plains of Africa, in the really wet, swampy area. As a matter of fact, a lot of the big game that you'll find on the Brady Ranch are native to the continent of Africa. And so you'll find Asian water buffalo, there's black buck antelope, the biggest axis deer herd in the country, Pierre David deer, red stag. I could just go on. And of course you have the animals native to the North American continent, such as white-tailed deer, alligators, wild boar, turkeys. It's just a hodgepodge of animals and wildness, and I love that. I love to be in such a place as that. And these animals are roaming over thousands of acres, and it's just truly a remarkable paradise. Ricky Pena has been with me to various camps, such as the one in Canada or in Pennsylvania, and on this occasion he's brought his wife Beverly with him and his son Keegan. My wife Amanda came in along with my daughter Kristen midweek. They flew in and Carla San Angelo picked them up at the airport, and so we decided we were going to welcome them in style. We had a big meal, got a good night's sleep, and then hit Lake Okeechobee the next morning. Go Kristen! My sweet daughter catches the first bass of the day.
Hey, he finally caught one. I can't believe my daughter just said that.
Jonathan, look.
Whatever.
Like, what's the shape of this?
Overall, I've got the biggest ones though.
How many you got, Damon? Like 900. Lost count like 50 ago.
How many fish did your dad catch? Yeah, how many was that, Dad? Was that one or, oh, two? Wait, are we counting the one that you took from Beverly to hold? Was that what it? Oh, two, okay, got it.
Atta girl.
Kristen, that fish is bigger than anything your dad's caught. I mean, he did catch one. It was just like a bass, only smaller.
Y'all would have to diss on me, wouldn't you? Can you believe they're dissing me like this?
Yeah, I can.
Very nice.
There's more action yet to come when Spiritual Outdoor Adventures returns.
The new Matthews Z7 Extreme is unbelievable. It's got extremely short axle to axle, which allows you to have that compact bow for long pack-in trips and for hunting out of a blind. Extreme allows you to shoot from angles and positions that a lot of us whitetail hunters get ourselves into. In my opinion, never before has there been a bow on the market that allowed you to have the small, compact bow without sacrificing a lot of accuracy. It's fast, quiet, compact. What more could you ask for in a bow?
Are you ready to go grab life by the gills? Maybe take a road trip to a place with no roads. Would you like to make an investment you know will pay off? Or go to a park that doesn't have a theme? Is it time to do a little team building with the team that matters most? Then your adventure starts here.
The revolutionary deer attractant Come Deer introduces 3 new products to add to your hunting arsenal. Buck Gravy, quick application, long-lasting, and weather durable. Extreme. If you haven't used Extreme, then you haven't used Come Deer. Airborne. The aerosol spray draws bucks from long distances. 3 new products, same proven results. Come Deer.
Easy now. Hey!
Help! Get me out of here, Hank!
You got bozo. Hey, I knew my real targets were a lifesaver, but I'm talking about on your billfold. I think this is taking it a little too far. Come on, honey.
Put your arms down, Bozo. You look like a wet buzzard.
This segment of Spiritual Outdoor Adventures is sponsored by Muzzy, bad to the bone.
I have the privilege of getting to spend time with some very unique and interesting people. And I'll have to say that if I was going to narrow down the list of the people that I enjoyed being around the most, Greg Stubbe would be close to the top.
Hi, I'm Greg Stubbe, Army Special Forces retired. I'm proud to have been a part of the Special Forces in the Army and our military team here in America. It's been a great career for me. It had its challenges. It measured my commitment to freedom and defending it.
The guy is not only a military hero, but he is also a wonderful man of God. He is a man's man.
I was wounded in conflict in Afghanistan and almost lost my life there. Had to reassess everything. In a battle called Spurwin Gar, I was blown up and burned, had penetrating injuries, lost a great portion of my intestines, had a traumatic amputation on my right leg, and 3rd-degree burns. A lot to contend with, a lot to deal with, and it didn't matter how much time I had to prepare for wounds like that. There were some new things I had to get over and challenges to overcome.
It's just an amazing thing what he went through, and he continues to serve. And here's a fellow that he just recently retired, and now he's out continuing to do things that are going to encourage people to support military families. I think it's one of the reasons why Greg was so drawn to what Danny is doing with the Sportsman's Foundation for military families.
When Danny told me about the Sportsman's Foundation for military families, it's like the sky opened up and the sun shone through immediately. There was something that came out with this concept for an organization to support not just military, not just wounded soldiers, but military families. And that means everything to me because the true unsung hero in my life is my wife.
You know, I agree with that. So many times we forget about the people that are left behind. And they're the very ones that are having to go to bed at night not even knowing if their husband or if their dad or if their granddaughter is alive, while they're over there trying to protect our freedom. We take it for granted. There's absolutely no doubt I take it for granted. And Greg Stubbe reminded me through his service that I don't need to take my freedom for granted.
We just love taking the vets hunt. We support our troops. We think it's a great thing. Them and their families have done so much for us, so we can go hunting, so we can keep on doing what we're doing. But please check us out, huntforheroes.org.
Being able to get in the outdoors is a blessing and a miracle. And if you could have seen how it was, how it came to pass on that battlefield, that I survived with injuries like that, you'd be amazed, as I am, that I get another chance to live and be here in the outdoors.
Greg was so excited when I told him that Matthews was going to be sending him a bow, and they sent him a Z7. It looks like a Batman bow. It's the coolest looking bow. And he got it about a week before we arrived in camp, and I was wondering, man, is he going to have time to set it up and get it all sighted in and feel good with it? Is he going to really truly be able to hunt with it? Well, on the first afternoon out, I found out that that was not going to be an issue when a big black hog came in under Greg's tree stand.
Yep, the dreaded wild hog. They just do something to me. They get my adrenaline pumping, and 30 minutes after we got in that blind, I'm telling you, he walked right in on us. It was draw and fire, and old Terry Lee was on the camera. He got that shot captured, and I'm awful proud of a hunt that didn't take a lot of time.
I count it a privilege to have Danny Sanangelo on my friend list. He is such a great guy. Just laid back, calm, easygoing, flexible, perfect for an outfitter.
This place is fantastic, and Danny not only is a great guide and outfitter, but that guy is a real patriot. He makes sure that we know about the red, white, and blue when we come here to Okeechobee Outfitters. He makes an American feel at home, that's for sure.
He has one passion, and that is for people to come there to his place and have a great experience. And he works his tail off to make sure that that happens. His son Chris is a guide. Also, Bill works for him. The cooks, Michelle and Tori, they're always there working, and they spend long hours making sure everybody's staying happy.
I don't really want to talk about the food so much. It's making me fat and uncomfortable because I haven't been able to stop eating.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more action on Spiritual Outdoor Adventures with Jimmy Sites.
Here's a little story about Bubba the Hunter, who had a strong hankering for venison stew. Hunting in the fresh air sure makes a stick man tired when he caught the curiosity of a big old deer. And before you know it, Bubba was in business. Woo-wee, what a shot. Bubba was built like a stick, but with the cargo buckle up, it's just a little lift, and presto, way to go, Bubba.
The Cargo Buckle Up Ratcheting Camera. See more Bubba adventures at cargobuckleup.com.
Something wild is on the horizon, and it ain't no buggy. Tomberlin introduces the Vanish, an electric utility vehicle capable of going into the wilderness with full shift-on-the-fly 4x4 function, independent rear suspension, four-wheel hydraulic disc brakes, controlled descent technology, digital displays, selectable stealth mode, powerful, tough, reliable, without the noise.
The Tomberlin Vanish. This ain't no buggy.
The all-new AccuPin bow sight from Trijicon, using tritium fiber optic light sources with the brightest pin ever made to maximize pinpoint aiming. Using a special algorithm, you simply adjust the speed dial to the speed of your bow and sight in to 20 yards, and your bow is automatically sighted into single-yard increments all the way out to 80 yards. Bright, rugged, accurate. The AccuPin bow sight by Trijicon.
As an avid outdoorsman and God follower, I'm always seeking for ways to marry the call of the wild with the call of the Lord. I've found that in Center Shot Ministries. CenterShot uses archery to connect churches with their local community. CenterShot involves kids, teaches biblical principles, connects the whole family to the local church, and gets men involved. The results are incredible. For more information on how to connect CenterShot to your local church, go to centershotministry.org or call 763-567-8902. This segment is sponsored by Woods-Wise Callmasters, makers of the Buck Kicker Rattler Bag. For more information, you may visit them online at woodswise.com.
All right, well that was a successful day. I want to show you something that I have on underneath my leafy suit. This is a new technology. It's known as Hex. You notice that that was a little head net that I had underneath my leafy suit. I also have under my shirt this system right here. It's the Hex system, H-E-C-S, which stands for Human Electronic Concealment System. And this is just, you could actually wear this as a hunting outfit, or you could wear it like you do an inner layer or like insulated underwear. And somehow, some way, it takes the electronic impulse from your body and it controls it, holds it in so that the animals don't get it. It's interesting because when you walk into a room, you would look around and think that the only thing in the room is you and whatever's hanging on the wall or whatever furniture's in there or the paint that's on the wall. But actually in the air, there are all types of waves that are flying through the room. Electronic waves, microwaves, radio waves. Well, evidently, as a human body, we put off a lot of electronic waves. And this suit contains those waves. And the animals that have a very strong sixth sense don't pick up on that. And I have now killed a gobbler, a bull elk with my bow, and also a huge 8.5-year-old 144 class whitetail with my bow while wearing this suit. So I'm going to continue to field test it. I'm becoming a fan real quick with this suit. And you might want to try it for yourself. The guys at Hex are going to make a special offer that if you go to our website at spiritualoutdooradventures.org, you can purchase this for a discount. So check it out if you want to become one of our field testers for the Hex system.
Now, if you love to hunt as much as I do, you probably have moments of depression during your year, and they usually happen after the seasons close. Maybe like summertime, and there's just nothing to hunt. Well, that's why we like to go to the Brady Ranch and hunt with Okeechobee Outfitters. You can go down there in June and hit the axis rut in its peak. Now, if you don't know much about axis deer, let me try to educate you. You take a 7-year-old whitetail buck that's been hunted by 10 different people consistently for 7 straight years, and you compare his wits to an axis deer, he'll lose every time. The axis is smarter and more wary than a whitetail. And so when we actually get one, it's quite a moment. And here we are bow hunting these axis in the pre-rut. They're not quite ready. So I'm thinking in my mind, maybe we ought to use whitetail strategies on them. Let's get some sheds that Danny has laying around the barn, and let's go out and see if we can't rattle some together. So Danny gave me some sheds, and I took Terry Hudson, one of my cameramen, and off I went out in the middle of the day. It's 90+ degrees, I'm sweating, I know I'm having to hunt the wind, and I'm just hoping to see an axis deer. Now, I've been there for 2 days and I've only seen one axis buck, and he didn't stick around long. It is pre-rut, and these axis bucks will roar. It's a strange, shrill sound, kind of a and you can hear it quite a ways off. And I'm thinking if we can just locate a buck off in one of these oasis thickets, maybe we can set up and rattle. Well, sure enough, after about an hour and a half of walking, we heard a roar. So we set up on the edge of a pretty big tract of woods and swamp, and we were hoping we'd be able to rattle this old boy out of there, but it didn't work. We tried rattling for several minutes, but nothing ever happened. So we pick up and we keep moving on along. As we're moving along, I catch a glimpse of some black buck antelope. That's one of those animals that I want to get during my lifetime. So I'm kind of beginning to shift gears a little bit, and I'm thinking, how do we stalk these black buck antelope when all of a sudden I hear an axis buck roar, and it's not 100 yards inside the woods. I mean, it is right there. Here we go. That axis buck is somewhere inside 100 yards. There's a trail left and a trail right. It comes together right here and forms a T. That's why I got right here. I'm inside 10 yards on this trail where it comes together. Hopefully I'll be able to see him coming. Let's rattle it. All right, here we go.
Dr. Jimmy Sites and his team at Spiritual Outdoor Adventures love to create resources that are entertaining and inspirational. You can find these resources online at spiritualoutdooradventures.org. There you will find outdoor Bibles that are available, such as the Heart of the Outdoors Bible or the Leather Sportsman Bible in a gift box. When you're there, check out the books by Jimmy Sites. Into the High Country, The Pursuit of Faith bookazine, and Jimmy's new novel for 7 to 12-year-olds, The Legend of Indian Rock Cave. You can also choose from multiple sets of DVDs ranging from adventures in the Amazon to a grizzly adventure. We even have DVDs with the Duck Commander Phil Robertson. If you're interested in starting an outdoorsman ministry at your church, we have the Pursuit of Faith Resource Kit, and we are currently creating a 2-year curriculum to go with it. Finally, we have shirts and hats available. If you want to reach us by phone, you can call toll-free at 1-888-762-9673. SOA Word.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Sites. I'm a lifetime member of Christian Bowhunters of America.
Hi, and I'm Hank Parker, and I'm also a lifetime member of Christian Bowhunters of America.
You know, Hank, the neat thing about CBA is you have local chapters, you have shoots, archery shoots, hunting, adventures. Best of all, you learn about Jesus Christ.
You have fellowship with other believers that share the same interest in the outdoors as we do, and it's awesome, and it's such a privilege to be a member.
Absolutely. We hope you'll join us as a member of Christian Bowhunters of America.
This segment is brought to you by Discunkulator, the odor eliminator for ground blind hunters. For more information, visit discunkulator.com.
Even Jimmy could cook this. Hi, I'm Amanda. Welcome to the Sites Kitchen.
Hey, and I'm Tim Lawhorn of Lawhorn Signature Seasonings. And we've got some of Amanda Sites' giant gobbler that she killed. We're going to season this gobbler up right here just like this with a little Lawhorn Signature Seasoning. We're going to throw it in this egg wash, which is just nothing but scrambled eggs and milk. We're going to put it in the breading right here, and it's going to go right into the fryer. That's that simple. Cooks in about 3 minutes.
I think I can do that.
Here we go, Amanda. Try this with some of that Asian dipping sauce.
Gladly. For this recipe and more, go to our website and click on the cooking link. Mmm, that is so good.
Let's rattle it. All right, here we go.
Boom! Woo! I love it. It worked. Hey, that's the first Axis buck ever rattled in kill with a bow on film.
Is that right?
Ever. No.
Just here?
Absolutely. No, anywhere. First, dude. First. Ooh. That's a nice pass through. Oh, woo, he's nice. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at here. Look at here. Now that is a nice Axis buck. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know what? You have the privilege of being the first Axis buck ever rattled in and killed on camera with a bow and arrow. That is just so cool, man. Look how pretty he is. What a great hunt, man. My old buddy Danny San Angelo, Brady Ranch, Okeechobee Outfitters, you just can't beat hunting down here. I want to show you a different hunt. Ricky Pena was very interested in getting an Asian water buffalo. Now these beasts can be very dangerous and they're also big.
Last day buffalo hunt.
Closed captioning is sponsored by MTM Case Guard, quality shooting sports accessories since 1968. You may visit them online at mtmcaseguard.com.
Each year, Dr. Jimmy Sites speaks to thousands of people at churches, conventions, and wild game suppers. If you would like to schedule Jimmy to speak at your event, please contact Premier Speakers Bureau at 1-800-296-2336, extension 1010.